Hello and welcome back to another episode on the Hitchhikers SMP. We have some things to deliver today. During the last Hitchhikers stream day, I helped Gabs a little bit with clearing out some of the mountain in her area, and we collected quite a bit of dirt and stone, and I know Marshall needs some of that, so we're going to go ahead and deliver a few shulker boxes to her. There's some other stuff in the shulker boxes, but honestly I don't feel like organizing it. She can do that herself. And enjoy the dirt. Curtis. Perfect. Now I did say we had a few deliveries to make. Now we're gonna head over to Fuzzy Logic's place. Man, right now I'm using flight duration 1 because I'm trying to get rid of all the flight duration 1 that I have in my storage. And they suck. Flight duration 3 is where it's at. So I gotta figure out where to make this delivery. I think next to his bed should work. So he needed 2 shulker boxes of black wool and 2 shulker boxes of white wool. But while I'm here, I'm also going to make him something real quick. So we're going to start off with this right here. And we're going to add this. And let's go ahead and move them into here. In fact, we're getting this little glitch right here, so we're actually going to move it a little bit further. Let's go, we'll go 2 pixels over, and hopefully that'll be enough. And then over here, 2 pixels over, and we have ourselves a katana stand. Alright Fuzzy, I hope you enjoy. Now, there are a few mini games that I'd like to make on the server. You see, during the last Hitchhiker stream day, we did play some mini games, and that was a lot of fun. However, I noticed that we probably could use some more mini games. Don't get me wrong, I love the ones we have, it's just we've played them so much, and I think it's time for some new ones. Unfortunately, the games that I do want to make, I'm gonna need some more target blocks. In fact, I think I'm going to need like 3 stacks of target blocks if I'm not mistaken. And that means I need some wheat. So let's get to it. Oh my goodness, guys. So as you can see, I have almost 3 stacks of hay bales here, but this is the second time that I have completely forgotten that I actually do have hay bales in my storage. As you can see, I have plenty in this shulker box right here. I don't know what it is. Every single time I think that I don't have any, I neglect to check this area over here. And at this point, I'm wondering if I should just move them somewhere else. I'm trying to think of where hay bales would go. Would they go in the food storage? Maybe. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. But with that being said, let's go ahead and head over to the minigame district and let's get started with this game. Alrighty, the game has been set up. This is Spleef, and it uses a haste 2 beacon, and it lets us insta-mine the basalt, which is very nice. Maybe we'll set up like some hoppers or something underneath to actually collect it. That way it's not a total waste of all this basalt. But as you can see, it's really satisfying. This is insanely satisfying. And then when the game is done and you need to reset everything, what you can do is stand on these pressure plates and it will automatically repair itself a little bit at a time. And when the game is not running, we can just put a block over the beacon and that haste 2 effect will go away after a few seconds. Now personally, I am a big fan of exposed redstone like this so that people can take a look and see what's going on, but I'm noticing that all of the other games in the district do not have exposed redstone, except maybe up here. But that's like way high up. Actually, Gort does a lot of exposed redstone too, so I guess it's not too big of a deal. I think I'm gonna leave it exposed for now. As for all this basalt, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it, if we're gonna have it being like a water stream to actually collect or anything, not sure. But that is minigame 1. Minigame 2 is really easy. I just have to find a spot that has plenty of room for it, because this one is massive. Not really, it's literally just bloop and that's it. That's the minigame right here. Actually, let's go ahead and dye these boxes and then that'll be the minigame right here. We'll do red team and we'll do blue team. And it's not even a team game. Red player and blue player. And there's just a bunch of mob heads in here. This is Guess Who. The same mob heads in here are the same mob heads in here, although they are in a different order, but that's not gonna matter too much. So to play this one, you choose a head. Actually, first you empty out your inventory because you're gonna need all 3 of these rows. Okay, then you choose a head. So let's say I chose the Wandering Trader head, right? And I'm gonna be playing against somebody else and I might ask them, is it a hostile mob? And then if they say no, then I take out all of the hostile mobs from here. And that's going to narrow it down significantly. And then this is what I'm left with. And then they might ask me, is it a mob that can fly? And then in that case, they might take out like the Phantom Head. They might take out the Blaze, the Bee. This would just be a game where we are just trying to narrow down what possible mob the other player chose. So it's real quick and easy, literally just 2 boxes with the same heads in it, and bada bing, bada boom, that is Guess Who. Now another thing that some of the hitchhikers have been wanting to do is stat poker, and because we've had people join in the middle of our season, it's gonna be quite difficult for them to win. So our idea was to divide each of these numbers by the time played, and I think we're going to divide it by the number of days they've played. So for example, interactions with Loom, I have 96, but I would divide that by the number of days that I've played. So 96 divided by 98, I've really only interacted with it less than 1 time in comparison to the time played. So we are going to create a piece of paper for each one of these. So each piece of paper is going to be named like animals bred, armor pieces cleaned, banners cleaned, barrels opened, bells rung, etc. So I've got my work cut out for me, don't I? Now that does make me wonder, should we do anything with items? Because this list is super long, and for each one there is times mined, times broken, times crafted, times used, picked up, and dropped. And all of those are going to need their own little individual item. And so I don't know if that's even going to be something we can do. I might definitely go with the mobs though, like how many you've killed and how many you've been killed by. All right, this is gonna take a minute. So let's put on our big boy underwear and let's get to it. And with the theme of keeping all of our redstone just out and exposed, I have finished stat poker. So this will randomize all of the different pieces of paper that have everything listed on them. So right now, like you can see like all the different things we have here. And then after a bit, you can go ahead and turn it off, or you can leave it on the entire time. It's entirely up to you. Then you hit this note block and a piece of paper will shoot up. And let's see, Iron Golem's killed. So let's see if we go to our statistics. mobs and go down to iron golems. I have killed 14 out of the... Wait, how many days have I been playing now? How many days have I been playing? 98 days. So I would divide the number for iron golems killed by the 98 days that I've been playing, and then that would be my score. And then you just put the piece of paper back in here and it gets put into this dropper over here. And when we randomize it again, it'll move it along this circuit. So yeah, it doesn't look pretty, but it works. But that is going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a blast working on these mini games, especially Spleef. Spleef is my beloved mini game. I am so happy to finally have made it on the Hitchhikers SMP. And we also have Stat Poker, and you can barely see it right here past the target game. Guess Who, which in itself isn't a huge mini game. I mean, it's literally 2 shulker boxes, but it works. It'll be fun to play. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell to get notified when I upload a video. And if you're not following me already, please consider following me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and supporting me on Patreon. All at CurtisDoesADig. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one. Out. Out.